Hey guys, so Amazon is making a how do I put it? A weird investment, to say the least. It's definitely something that I wouldn't have ever expected. This is a very interesting investment that Amazon has gone out and made here. Amazon's Alexa fund is investing in what has been called the Netflix of AI, or a startup called Fable, which is basically a company that is making, I guess you could just call it the Netflix of AI. And this company is launching a tool called Showrunner, which is a tool for effectively user directed TV shows. And it's a really weird idea, um, because there's so many weird factors at play here. I'm going to go ahead and cover it in today's video because this one's a doozy. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at this article by Variety. This guy called Edward isn't totally sure people will flock to Showrunner, the new AI-generated TV show service his company is launching publicly this week, but he has a vote of confidence from Amazon, whose Alexa Fund venture capital investment arm has invested in the company called Fable. So, the amount of this investment isn't being disclosed, but the money is going towards building out Showrunner, which Fable is hyped as the Netflix of AI, a service that lets you type in a few words to create scenes or entire episodes of a TV show, either from scratch or based on an existing story world someone else has created. So basically, this platform is gonna charge people about 10 to 20 bucks per month for credits, allowing them to create TV scenes. It's going to start off with a closed alpha test with about 10,000 users, and basically it's going to be a simple place where somebody can go in. The viewing of content can be free, so creating content is paid, but viewing the content is free, and anyone can share the AI video on YouTube or third-party platforms, so they're not like restricting copyrights on that. This guy's hypothesis, the owner of the company or the CEO, one or the other, this guy's hypothesis is that AI, instead of simply being a tool for cheaper special effects, represents an entire new entertainment medium, one that more closely resembles video games. Which, see, here's the thing. I kind of have an outlook on. I can kind of see where this guy is like coming from to a certain degree, but I feel like here's my opinion. I feel like AI can't really be used as a replacement for like human work, right? I think it's a good tool to assist alongside human work, but I don't think it's an overall replacement. So I think the distinction between this and like actual human created media is very important because these are two very different things. I don't think AI necessarily compares to the work that of which a human makes. I think it's a better companion tool than it is a full out replacement. Now, the way this guy is kind of going about it is that this is the idea of you could kind of have it be, playable. So, like, our idea is that Toy Story of AI, it would not be like a cheap Toy Story. It would be something that would be playable with millions of new scenes, all owned by Disney, wherein basically you could partner, like the company could partner with Disney and basically let users create their own, Toy Story scenes or whatever, which is a very interesting idea. And I'm sure certainly would have its own audience. It would definitely, one of the benefits of AI generated media, admittedly, I'll play devil's advocate. One of the benefits of AI generated media is that it opens up accessibility for creating things. It opens up the accessibility a lot, but I don't feel like it necessarily matches up on par to what a human created work really is. I feel like there is a huge difference. I think it's also good for conceptualizing out ideas, but I feel like with the current state of AI right now, I just genuinely don't believe it to be a full-on replacement for human work. That's just my opinion. I think AI has a lot of uses, but I don't feel like I don't really I would never really use it for this. I'm just gonna be honest. I really just I wouldn't. I don't see the appeal. It's just I don't know. It's not necessarily my thing. Again, I will say, just on the side of like AI generated artwork and music and stuff like that, the one benefit it does have is it opens up accessibility, meaning you don't necessarily have to learn how to animate if you wanted to make a parody of like a TV show or something. You could just type it in and it will do it for you. However, there's still trade-offs that come with it because it is a much because of the fact that it's a much faster way of getting these sorts of things done, you are going to be trading off quality as a result, and unfortunately there is no real way around that. There's never going to be a real way around that. That's just the fact of the matter. You're going to be trading off quality, and it's might not be exactly what you want, and it's not going to be the best thing in the world either. So I think it's an interesting concept, but I don't think it should be marketed, because I know it might try to get marketed like this, because there's a lot of people who try to sell the idea that AI can be used as a full-blown replacement for most human work. I feel like that's a lie, especially when you get into creative things. I think it's a good companion, but I don't think it's a good outright replacement. Just in general, I really don't think it's a good outright replacement. But that is my opinion. If you guys have different opinions about this, let me know in the comments down below. That is about it for today's video. This is just a short little news article I found, and I thought it was kind of weird, so I just wanted to cover it real quick. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care, you guys, and remember to stay safe out there.